ready to share something with you. There's a song I'm getting ready to do from a movie. Dudley Moore did it. It was remade by Russell Brand, and it's called Arthur. And a lot of people don't understand why I like this song so much. I love the movie. I got to the point where I made everybody sick. I could tell every joke in the movie. But I never really let people know why I really love Arthur so much. Because he was a man that was given, he had $750 million was his through his very wealthy family. But even though he had all of that, he had a butler, he had a driver, he could do anything, he didn't have love. And if you never had a lot of money, and I've had money enough to buy me some shoes that maybe a little bit too much, but I never had that kind, or even dream of that kind of money. But I used to say as a little girl, I used to say to myself, man, I'm glad I don't have any money because I feel bad. And if I feel bad and I had money, I couldn't say what I was saying. Well, the reason why I feel bad is because I don't have any money. I used to say that as a kid. But I want to tell a story quick. Arthur was a drunk. That's all he had going for him to relieve his pain. He just stayed drunk all the time. And when I was 8 months pregnant with my son, I was just about ready to commit suicide. I was in Peoria, that's where I'm from, and on Main Street at the time, you could drive down the street in Main Street, there was no fence or anything, and drive right into the Illinois River. And that was my plan. So I'm in the car and I drive down, it's clear, this is it. And I get to the river and it's raining cats and dogs. I mean, we're talking really, really raining. Now I'm from a place that Richard Pryor, many of you know Richard Pryor, we got started on the same stage together in Peoria, Illinois. And a lot of his records talked about the town winos, the drunks that would be directing traffic. And now I'm getting ready to, I got the car on idle. I'm sitting there, I'm crying. And all of a sudden there's a knock on the passenger side. And I rolled down the window and there was one of those town winos. He was so drunk he could hardly stand up. And he held onto the car like this. And he looked at me. He said, "What's the matter?" And I told him my story. I told him how I had been molested and had gotten pregnant, and my music career was over, and my life was over, and I was going to end it. I'm 8 months pregnant. And everything I told him, he was so drunk, but he listened with his heart, with everything he had inside of him. He held onto that car, raining cats and dogs, listening to that story. And when I finished telling, I'm crying, he looked at me and he said, "Where is the son of a bitch? I'll kill him." And the minute he said that, because he couldn't kill a fly, he was too drunk, but the connection was so real that all of a sudden the need to die, the wanting to die, flipped. Someone heard me. An old drunk heard my story and saved my life. About a year later, I saw him sitting on the steps of City Hall in between wine bottles. And I went to him. His name was Monroe Flat. I found out in that year's time. I said, "Monroe Flat," I said, "I just found out not too long ago your name is Monroe Flat. I want to thank you for saving my life one day." And of course he looked at me, he had no clue who I was. And I give that story to you. You never know. You never know who will be there at the right time, the right place to say the right words. All right. like you'll find someone who turns your heart around. Next thing you know, you're going around the town. Wake up and she's still with you, even though you left her way across town. That's when you say to yourself, oh, what have I found? When you get caught between the moon and New York City. I know it's crazy, but it's true. If you get caught between the moon and New York City, oh yeah, the best that you can do, the best that you can do is fall in love. Listen, Arthur, he does what he pleases. All of his life, his master's toy. Deep in his heart, you know, he's just a boy, living his life one day at a time. He's having himself a really good time, laughing about the way they want him to be. If you get caught between the moon and New York City,